Show, Peter G Show, divorced dad, single dad, divorced dad, single dad. Peter G Show.
Here I am. Here's Peter. You know, I got a lot on my mind tonight. I got a lot on my mind every night. But this one's, you know, I just got my boys told me that somebody chimed in their text, voice message and stuff like that on our phone, the show line, which we're not opening up the phones yet, but I'm not sad. But I do mean business, you know. There's certain things that are very important to me, and I think they should be important to you, too. But I'm going to talk about it tonight because rough week, again, just sad for the nation, sad as people, sad as human beings. Anyway, before I get started, but I'm going to tell you the topic I'm talking tonight. Southern California had another tragic school shooting, okay? A couple of kids went to school Thursday morning and didn't get to go home for no reason whatsoever. And it just kills me. I mean, tonight at about an hour and a half ago started a vigil they had, and thousands of people, mourning the loss of 3 kids. I mean, I don't care if you're an adult. Nobody expects to go into a friggin' Walmart or a store or anywhere and get taken out for stupidity, for nothing. And so that's why live. Ah, look, we're live again. That's great. I love it. I know. So anyway, so that pisses me off too because I'm having all these problems. So for the one lousy hour I'm on, I want to be on. I don't want to have stuttering. I don't want it to stall. And we were having some Facebook platform problems last week, and here we are, and it just did it again for a couple of seconds. But we will live. I will persevere. You got to kick me a lot harder than that. Anyway. Listen, I'm grateful to be here, and I could not be here if it wasn't for my beloved Bolt Energy. Bolt Energy, folks. Ask for it in stores. If you don't see it in your stores, go to www.drinkboltenergy. Find out where you can get Bolt Energy. They're new, they're growing. Why Bolt Energy, you ask? Good question. Bolt Energy, no preservatives, number 1. Go find another energy drink that says that. I haven't found one. Number 2, number 1. The friggin' Bolt Energy tastes good. I love the way it tastes. It's I can't put my finger on how it tastes, but it tastes good. All right? It's easy. It's palatable. Ooh la la. All right? No preservatives. That's the biggest, I mean, again, that's a big deal because that's so different than all the other ones. And it's enriched with antioxidants and vitamins. It's a cleaner energy drink. You don't have to drink a lot of it. My Bolt Energy people are buff. Like me. No, maybe not so much. But I'm working on it, okay? Because my life is complicated. I'm telling you, when I was getting dressed for the show, I'm turning into a fat ass again, and I know I am, and I can't bitch about it because I'm life is just busy, and these things got to change, but it all changes with lifestyle, everything, all the above. Yeah, I know exactly. Anyway, but Bolt Energy, ask for it in stores. Tell them the Peter G Show you saw it and you hear it, and you check it out, okay? Because I would not. We've been with Bolt Energy over a year now, okay? Over a year, nothing but success. But only reason because they believe in me. They've had to deal with me doing my stupid shit, and I appreciate that. And trust is a big deal, especially for me. I'm a no bullshit kind of guy. I like to mess around, but I don't. I'm just, if it ain't happening, there's no fake smile on this boy. That's for sure. I am not phony baloney. So Bolt Energy, go get it. Make me proud, right? What else are we doing? Anyway, thank you guys more than anything. The watch parties are so important for how this show is supposed to grow. I need you to hold the watch parties. You can do it anytime. You don't even have to do it when the show is live. You can do it anytime you want. In fact, I forgot, and I need to do a watch party right now with my own personal, I want to say that, hey, I'm supporting me. I like what I'm talking about. Where the hell am I? But watch parties are a really big deal, okay? Because it spreads the word. It shows that you're watching, and they go, hey, why is so-and-so watching what's his face? And they go, well, there must be something really important there, and I think there is. I think, especially tonight, I'm going to have a point once in a while. Yeah, I need to exercise. Yeah, I do. Does sex count? Anyway, so I'm going to have a watch party right now, okay? You go to your phone or your tablet or your computer, and you can do this during the rebroadcast. All week long, I am doing rebroadcasts, okay? Because some people can't stay up late on Sundays, or they're burned out and this and that. And there's a lot more, honestly. The rebroadcasts are big. They're getting bigger and bigger, and that's a big deal. So there we go. Now I'm sharing, okay? Sharing is caring. And that's that. I'm starting it. Here I go. Don't get me started. Yeah, you go get you a Bolt, brother. I'm telling you, Pensacola, that the whole South Gulf Coast area, they're going to be getting it. There's been some technical complications with the beverage distributors down there, but we're going to be pulling some strings, and it's going to be coming down to that section of town or the states. Everything in moderation. It's not easy. It's not easy starting from zero. That's why most people quit. It's too hard. They go, oh, it's too hard. I tried. Anyway, I appreciate all of you, but spread the word, because I want to take this is like, I feel like the Wizard of Oz. I really do. I feel like the friggin' Wizard of Oz, except I'm taller. I'm a lot taller, but I'm behind the curtain. The curtain dropped. It's like I just learned how to work it. But I'm proud of it because we make it happen, and it's all good. So, salute. Best thing you could do for me is to share, okay? Spread the word. If you give any smidgen of a shit of what's going on, you'll share. Because every once in a while I do make a point now and then, and believe me, the bigger the budget I get, the better the shows are going to get. From entertainment to music to... but I do talk about a lot of serious stuff. I have to. It's my job. I mean, I feel like I owe it to be somewhat together and do that, to talk about things that are important. Believe me, I love to screw around. If I see a joke somewhere, I'm taking it. But there's some serious shit in the world, and like tonight, and I'm going to talk about it because it's serious shit, because I think people can relate to it. If it's a big deal. Speaking of which, last week I'm going to get to a couple of serious shits, okay? Before I really get serious. And again, we'll talk about it. But Worcester, Massachusetts. I was watching, and I'm telling you, I got to watch the news a little bit here and there, and I jot things down because it affects me. I hurt for people. But a firefighter, they had a big fire in Worcester, Massachusetts, and I mean it's freezing cold over there too, and they had a fire. You wouldn't think during the winter they have fires, but they had fires. And a fireman went, and it was a big-ass fire, and he went in, and he saved 4 of his own firemen, in this fire, and he died. He died in the fire. And the biggest part, and then the news just makes it, it's like bad enough. He died saving 4 of his buddies, but the next morning he's supposed to take off and go on vacation with his family. And, and then it's like he leaves behind. Okay, you leave behind a wife and 2 young children. It's always like young children. Kids that will grow up and never know their father. They'll only know your dad was a hero. It's like, whoop-de-doo. I'd rather have my father. I was very lucky. I did have a father. Up until this past year. It's been a rough year. My father lived to be 92, though, but it could be 192, and he's still my... And my mom, all the above. Love both my parents. All right. I got a gripe for you. I'm watching Facebook, right? What the... Let's get ready to use harsh language. What the hell is this cat meme with the woman and everything is about the cat and there's a freaking cat's head and there's some woman and the cat's yelling back at the woman and I don't get it. Am I missing something? It's like super big. Here we go. Yeah. I'm really getting pissed. I think we're losing bandwidth again, and I don't understand why that's happening. We're going to plow through it like we always do, though. My apologies, folks. My cousins are listening in the Carolinas. Love you too, cousins. I don't get to see them, but I see them. You know what I mean? All right, so anyway, that cat meme, the woman with the cat meme thing, I know, yay, this sucks. This is why I have to go to bigger television stuff, because I don't want to put up with this crap anymore. We're at the mercy of Facebook's platform and bandwidth and all that kind of stuff. It's got to stop, but beggars can't be choosers. That's why you have to share and spread the word. The bigger I get, the better I can go to these people and go, what are you going to do? You going to let me go to somebody else, or are you going to take me? It's a pussy thing, I know. Anyway, tonight, everything's kind of good, but then all of a sudden you wake up one morning and your TV's going nuts. Lower the music a little bit. And you wake up one morning and the TV's going nuts. I get up really early and I drop my daughter off to school, and all of a sudden, here in Santa Clarita, California, another school shooting from a child taking out other children senselessly. And it just, I don't know, man. It strikes a nerve because, the whole reason I'm on this whole thing started with children, my child, the ability to be a parent, the courts, the justice system taking children away, courts and custody for no reason, divorce and all that kind of crap. This is how it all started. I would not be here if I did not go through, the gates of hell of divorce court. And so it started from Peter G., the greatest divorce and single parenting guy, period, which I'm still a very big, that's a big deal to me. But all of a sudden, last year we decided I want to be more open, I want to be more broad, because I just like talking to people. I want people to get things off their chest. So everything's kind of serious, except that, some things are funny. and it all started from that. Had I not gone through that pain to find out that so many people are going through all this crap and we need to talk about it to get it out, I would not be here. So then a year ago, which will be very soon, we started Life with Peter G Facebook Live. I said, nobody's on Facebook doing a consistent live show, and I'm going to do it. And they go, why? Nobody's doing it. And I said, exactly. But they look at the glass half empty. Why are you doing it? If it was popular, everybody be doing it. It's like, maybe somebody has to start it. I don't care. It's like, I'm not out to please anybody. I'm really not. I'm doing what I'm doing because it makes me happy. And if you want to join me, I'm in. You're all mine. I'm all yours. All right? I believe. I don't care about it. It's not about I don't care about if I don't have 1 million likes. Likes don't mean shit to me. I've learned that a long time ago. At first I thought, because I was a newbie. But it's a big deal. And I apologize. I can't read all the texts that are streaming by because there's 3 different pages. And I can't keep up with them right now. I catch up with all that stuff later. But it's a big deal. I do what I do from my soul. I didn't just wake up one day and go, oh, I think I'll be Peter G. Peter G's been Peter G for a very long time. I just decided to be. I was always public. I just decided to go ultra public. I'm an open book, folks. Got nothing to hide. Nothing. What you see is what you get, pretty much. Anyway, so I wake up Thursday morning, and lo and behold, in Saugus, California, which is Santa Clarita, a little bit north of me, a 16-year-old kid, or they didn't even know it. They had no idea what was going on. A gunman opened fire and takes out and wound. They had no idea. This took hours before we found out. But this was like at 7:30 in the morning. School was not even in full swing. And some kid shows up, and I mean, at the end of half a day, they finally figure out through video surveillance and all this that it was a kid, 16-year-old kid that came to school, drops his backpack, pulls out a .45 caliber automatic. A .45 caliber is a big ass gun. All right, I own guns, but it's a big ass gun. Well, that bullet, they put together a .45 caliber during the war because when the Japanese and everything were all drugged up and everything, and the Germans, they needed a bullet that was big enough to knock their asses down, and that .45 bullet is a pretty good sized bullet. Anyway, he brings a gun to school, opens up his backpack, and just shoots 6 people. He had 7 bullets in the magazine. Shoots 6 people, and then takes himself out. Except he didn't die. By the time they evacuated and got on, they got on it real quick. But it was a mess. And they didn't know what was going on. All they knew is that 7 people got shot. The problem I'm having with this wasn't even a going postal situation. The term going postal, you remember in the 80s? Postal worker goes into his work, stressed out, hates his boss, they're pushing, and he goes in, they just goes in and shoots them. Going postal. Adults. Now we got our children doing this crap. And the problem with this scenario that just recently happened, this wasn't an anger thing. He randomly just was in the area, and when the area it was in, he shot 6 people just randomly. And when they took him to the hospital, he was still alive. And he lived for about 20 hours, but he just recently passed away. 16 years old, on his birthday. And the problem, I was praying that he would live because they need to know why. Everybody they interviewed says the kid was a decent kid. His father passed away a year or 2 ago, and he was a troubled dad or whatever. But there was nobody saw any anger. Nobody saw any this or that. It's like, why? So he comes to school and he takes out. So then, unfortunately, 2 other children, I do say children, 14 and 16, died. A young boy, 14, and a young girl, 16. Going to school and you don't come home. I can't even freaking imagine that. I can't. I look at my daughter every day. It's like I can't get enough of her. It's like that's your parent's worst nightmare. As a parent, I mean, I've given up. I've changed my life to try and be available for my daughter at every possible moment I can be to raise a decent human being. And that's all and that's all you look at. It's like, I'm just trying to raise a decent human being, but she's got to play with others too. And it just blew my mind. And I don't get it. It's like, what is going on? Now, ironically, last week, we talked to Violet Shimoko in Honolulu, Hawaii, who has a program for mentoring and helping people, children become decent adults. And we kind of agreed on the fact that there's not a lot of good adults. I mean, there's a lot of adults out there that never got to be raised very well over the past 20 years either. She called them latchkey kids, and I guess that's a term. When kids had to go home on their own and kind of raise themselves because the parents were too busy working, trying to survive. But there are a lot of parents out there that aren't very good either. I mean, there's a lot of good parents too, don't get me wrong. But it just bothers me. And tonight, as we're here, I had to turn the TV off. I did not want to watch. I can't. I just can't. I feel like I'm sucking out a lot of my energy feeling these people's pain. Because there's parents out there that don't have children for no reason anymore. And it just bothers me. It just bothers me. And I said I'm going to get it off my chest tonight. And if anybody wanted to call in and trying to enlighten me as to what's going on, that's fine. But I was going to talk about it. I don't care if nobody calls in. I mean, tonight I just kind of picked a direction. Actually, I had somebody else to go on. I was going to be talking about some other things tonight with somebody else, and I canned it. I said, this is ridiculous. What the hell is going on? And that's what I did. So I'm getting it off my chest. And because, you know what? The same thing. It's like eventually one day there's going to be people that say, I got to call in and I want to get things off my chest. And that's why I have a phone number, 818-259-7983. All right, we're going to open up the phones now. All right, we're going to open up the phones. If you want to call in, great. If you don't want to call in, like most of my beautiful lurkers, you don't have to call in. But I said I'm going to talk about it regardless because you just cannot close your eyes to this. It's out of control. Nobody wants to hear to get a phone call that you sent your kid to school or anywhere and they're not coming home. I don't care how old you are. Nobody wants to hear that anybody's not coming home. Oh, lo and behold. Hi, you're live, Peter G. Hey, baby.
Hi, baby.
Ladies and gentlemen, Melanie, Mouth of the South.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Listen, baby.
Yes.
I need you to do me a favor, okay?
Favor.
All right. I need you to understand that all throughout time, there's been shootings. There's been men shooting women, women shooting men, boys shooting girl, and girls shooting boy. Now, see, this is what's wonderful about this. I went to school and paid for my learning on how to help, kids strung out, people strung out, and everything. And sadly, it didn't matter. They're still killing each other. They're still shooting one another. And it's never going to stop.
I think I don't know. This one was a son of a bitch because it was a kid that they don't know why. You know what I mean? I can understand. It's like the kid was disgruntled. He was bullied. Give me a reason. And he took out, if you're bullied, and he took out the kid that was bullying him, which doesn't make it right, but at least there's an understanding. This kid, nobody knows why. And he took out kids for no reason. And it just, I mean, what if those were your kids?
Oh, well, they would have never done that.
Well, I'm talking about what if those were your kids that happened to be there and got killed?
I'd have been very mad, and I'd have went after that kid's parents.
Well, okay, but see, I mean...
Because that's where it begins.
I think it does, too, but sometimes, you just don't... I don't know. There's no answers yet. There's no...
Yes, there is. Listen, Peter, in public, they'll take their child and they'll say, get in the car right now. You're going home, and we're handling this. Yeah, when they get home, like some single parents, Here's money, order a pizza. I'll be back later. And that is exactly how it goes. I've seen it.
Well, look,
You know, I mean, that's how you punish somebody. It just sucks.
I get it. I got my ass beat as a kid. Okay, I did, and I did the belt. Oh my god! But I mean, the thing was, we didn't have that. I don't know. I'm a little bit older than you, you know, and there was no shootings. You didn't go to school bringing guns and shooting your classmates up. You just didn't. You got your.
You can't be much older than I am.
I'm 24. How old are you?
48 in January.
Yeah, I'm older than you.
And believe it or not, back in middle school, I don't mind telling you, but I was getting sexually abused by some black kids and this white little shit.
How's that work?
Well, it worked because I took a knife to school. I locked him in the dean's office with me, and I told him this shit was over. It's stopping right now. And this white boy that was in there, I didn't even know he was in there. And he was like, oh God, I'm leaving. I said, no, you're not. You ain't moving. And I pulled a knife out of my pocket to the black boy. And I told him, honestly, if you ever touch me again, I'm going to slit you from ear to ear, and I'm going to cut your off. That white boy started crying.
Well, yeah, who was walking into that? You know.
Well,
Surprise.
I got tired of him doing it to me.
Yeah.
It was time for me to show him, hey, man.
No, I get it. But again, you had a reason. You know what I mean? If this is what's going on.
Right.
This,
so why were the cops going to take me to jail?
I don't know.
My mama said you put that handcuff on my daughter. You better be ready to run.
Well, okay, look, let's say they took everybody to jail. They'll sort it out over there because until they get the story straight.
I didn't go to jail.
Well, okay, I hear you, but I'm just saying that here we are in Santa Clarita, California. This is a clean neighborhood area, and the kid goes to school, and the interviews were like he seemed like okay. He had a few issues. His father had some problems. His father passed away, but they didn't say anything like disgruntled, like pissed off, and he just took out some people for nothing. And this is what bothers me. It just bothers me a lot.
He had what is known as a complete emotional break in his brain.
Wow.
He could not comprehend the fact that his father had died.
Maybe
his brain broke.
That was 2 years prior.
It doesn't matter.
I know.
It could have been 20 years later.
But what gets you so bad to where you could say, "I'm just going to kill people"? I mean, you know that free will, that knowing right from wrong. I get pissed off. I mean, I was pissed off as a kid, but I knew right from wrong. I still do. Believe me, during my divorce, thank God I knew right from wrong, or I'd be in jail.
Exactly.
Well,
I got beat. Bad.
Explain it to me, because see, this is the thing. I was praying for this kid to live so we could at least find this out, and he died. You know, and his mother. I mean, his mother and the guy's ex-girlfriend. His kid's only 16, and he's got a girlfriend already, I guess. And they were right there in the. You know, they got them in the sheriff's department, and I don't know. They're not talking yet, but nobody knows. They can't figure out why, and the why is a big deal.
They're not going to be able to let anything big out until after the court case. And what happened was one day maybe he's seen something that reminded him of his dad.
I'm just saying,
and
you know,
that broke.
It's not just this. It's like, you know, the Connecticut years ago, they had but an adult going in there and shooting up the place. I mean, just crazy ass shit. I'm tired of the crazy ass shit, I guess. You know what I mean?
Right. We all are. Yeah. I cry about it all the time.
Yeah,
you know?
It just sucks.
You know, I mean, everything I do out of my heart. Not to get my checkbook filled up. I do it because I love people.
Yeah, pretty much.
Hey, man,
Yeah,
Man, man.
it's such a hard. I mean, being vigilant all the time. And I tell my daughter because it's like because she's having like right now there's some girl issues and she's got some little girl that's got social anxiety and this and that. But yet, as shy as she is, she starts a lot of shit. My daughter's not much of a shit starter. She just puts up with it, but she'll like let you go in a heartbeat. And so she's having some confrontation. I'm going, Anna, handle it nicely, but don't overdo it because you don't know. It's people like that are the ones that'll snap.
Yeah.
And you don't even know it.
You should tell her to give me a call sometime. I would love to talk to her. No, I'm serious.
She's all right. She doesn't take it too much. I mean, she just moves on. I'm very lucky.
No. I love to talk to people, man. I mean, it's great.
My daughter doesn't want it. She's very anti. Well, like what I do for this show, she's behind me, but she wants to stay way out of the picture. it's really weird. She wants to be not her thing.
See, I was calling tonight to tell you some good news, cool news.
Well, you know what? Maybe you should give me a heads up sometimes because, again, we try to plan these things ahead of time. I canceled what I was going to talk about. They told me they told me you sent a message just a voicemail like minutes before the show.
Yeah, and I sent a written message yesterday. I sent you a text
yeah, but you weren't very explicit. You just it was just like, hey, I got something. It's like, okay, what?
Oh, I got something great to tell you. Yeah. Let me tell you in 5 minutes.
Sure.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, Melanie in 5 minutes.
Okay, yeah, in 5 minutes. There is this awesome ass guitar company called Siggy Braun. They're a German. I believe it's German guitar company.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of awesome ass guitars like Strax, Entire Fire. A lot of bands over there play these guitars.
Okay.
Well, we're trying to get them over here because, you got your Jacksons, your Schecters, and all that over here. But, man, the Siggy Brauns are just fantastic guitars. I mean, and he's been making them for about 20. Yeah, it's like the Gibsons of Europe. But okay. I think my husband wants to talk to you about what you wanted to talk about. So
Superman wants to talk to me?
Yeah, he wants to talk to you. Right. Hold on, love.
Pass him over.
All right, then.
Ladies and gentlemen, right, Melanie's husband, Anthony.
Hey, Peter.
Anthony.
How you doing tonight, brother, man?
Well, I'm doing. It's just been a weird week, you know what I mean?
Yes. Yeah, it sure has been, man. I tell you what, we was at the doctor's office early the other morning when I seen that on the, yesterday, the other evening when it showed that.
Yeah.
And, man, I just can't understand it. Is it from bullying or peer pressure?
Apparently, with this one, I don't think it's bullying. I don't know. They haven't mentioned a thing about any. I wish there was. I could tell you exactly why, and that's what I'm saying. The why is driving me crazy because it's just too much. I mean, it can happen in your neighborhood. It can happen in mine. It can happen anywhere. I was standing in a store. I was in a pharmacy today. In the CVS or whatever, and I'm going, I could be standing right here. Somebody walks in, and it's like, I don't want to think like that. You know what I mean?
No.
You're just constantly thinking like somebody's going to just take you out for no reason.
Yeah, to make you crazy thinking about that all the time.
Well, I'm already there, but I mean, I got crazy from other shit. But
we love you any damn way.
I appreciate it, but I'm just saying these poor friggin' parents. It's like, how do you? I mean, they talk about crushing you, and how do you survive? You're going, you got to get through this. It's like, yeah, easier said than done. Your whole world just got rocked.
When you lose out like
God,
my aunt just lost her oldest boy, which was a few months younger than me, my first cousin. It wasn't from shooting or nothing, but
no,
I don't see how they can get through it.
You can be an adult and lose an adult child, and it kills you. It's not supposed to be that way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he wasn't but 48 years old.
Yeah. And you lose a 14-year-old.
Oh, I couldn't imagine it, man.
That's what I'm saying.
It's like when I went to
it bugs me because I know Melanie wanted to talk about a bunch of let's have a fun show tonight. But I can't let this stuff go. I mean, I have a moral obligation as well as, all to everybody if I'm going to do this. I don't want to be Mr., serious all the time, but this is serious shit. I mean, I just don't get it. And
that's one of the reasons why I'd love to listen to your show, man, because it ain't just all bells and whistles. You talk about shit that needs to be talked about.
Well, I do, and, we stay out of politics and we stay out of religion, but man, when you start hitting kids, there ain't no way. I'm going to shout really loud. I'm going to really loud, because our children, it's like the whole reason I'm here is because of my child.
Everybody starts screaming Democrats and Republicans.
Screw that shit.
It ain't got nothing to do with that shit. That's
like
just
you either
another
suck or you don't.
For them.
That's right. Yeah, exactly. They got their own shit going on, but it's like, you know what? If you're a piece of shit, you're a piece of shit. If you're a good person, you're a good person. Period. I don't give it. I don't put a label on it. Green, black, white, yellow. it don't matter to me.
That's right, brother.
Yeah, well, here we are. But I mean, honestly, I don't know. I just had to get it off my chest. And this is the whole thing. One day, it's going to be where people are going to be. It's not just sitting there watching and listening and shaking their head in the background, going, "Yeah, I dig you." And one day, the phones will be blowing up and people will want to talk about stuff. But one day at a time. I'll just keep on preaching.
There you go, man. One day at a time.
That's all.
Slow and steady wins the race.
Then that's definitely me because this has definitely been slow, and I'm definitely steady.
It's like my granddaddy used to say, Peter. He said, "Man, if you quit swimming, you'll drown."
That is true. Well, I'm treading a lot of friggin' water. That's all I can tell you. But it ain't gonna slow me down. And,
there you go.
We're gonna do shit, and we got good days and bad days. But as long as I wake up, what'd she say?
She wants to tell you something real quick before we get off the phone.
No, put her back on. That's cool.
All right, brother.
All right,
good to hear from you, man.
Yeah, you too.
Love from Alabama.
That's right. Share and watch party.
We'll do it, brother. Here she is.
Appreciate it.
All right, Mr. Peter G, I do need one thing.
One thing? All right.
Yeah.
Only one thing?
Yeah.
All right, what do you want?
Well, first off, I really want to thank you for letting me talk about the Seeger Braun guitars. That was just
not a big
awesome.
Deal. It's all good.
Thank you.
It's all good.
Yeah,
I got a lot of music people, and my whole life is full. I mean, my Facebook stuff on certain pages is all music people. But, I mean, I don't know. I mean, if they build a good guitar, believe me. Again, it's not easy trying to be somebody. You can build the greatest thing in the world, but just like this, it's like, I'm ass backwards and one step at a time, and you just keep on pushing.
You're not doing it ass backwards. You are doing it perfect. You're doing it right. If it was not hard, you would not. It wouldn't even be worth fucking doing, man.
Well, I'm worth doing. I mean, it's all. Not.
You are. You are worth
I'm
doing
worth
it.
doing. Yeah, doing it. Yeah, let's do it.
I need an address, not your home address. I just need an address and your daughter's name so I can send y'all a Christmas present.
Oh, I'll send it to you during the week. How's that?
That will work.
I'll get you offline. Will you please, somebody make a note, please, so I won't forget. But I usually when I ask to make a note, I don't forget. But yeah, all right, deal, easy enough.
All right, and your daughter's name.
Anna.
That way that way I don't say, "Here, little girl."
Yeah, here, Rebecca. It's like yeah, it's all good. That's not a problem. I'll get you. Just it's a busy week. Oh, this week I got my buddy Pepsi showing up from Texas, and he couldn't be here. I was hoping he was going to be here for a Sunday night show. I'm going to do a special Wednesday show because the beauty of it is, we're so it doesn't matter. I can do whatever I want, but I'm going to do a Wednesday show with Pepsi because Pepsi has not been on here. Have you ever seen Pepsi? Oh, you're in for a treat.
I've seen the one that wanted to protect your daughter worse than you. I heard that bastard when I cut.
Oh no! That was
that
was James from Culver City. We haven't. You know what? We haven't heard from James from Culver City since that night.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he has not called in. Yeah, I know. I don't know what the hell happened, but either I pissed him off, or you scared him off, or he just said "screw me," and I don't know. He has
Yeah,
not,
well,
it's okay.
he can say what he wants to me, but he better watch out how he talks to my friends, because I do like to whip ass.
That's right, you do, but I'm just saying, it's a little weird, but, it's like people come and go, and that's another thing. Like, a lot of people I find, when they're happy, they don't watch me. Because they got girlfriends, they got this and that. All of a sudden, the relationship breaks up.
I watch you every Sunday. I can't talk sometimes, but
okay.
hey, man.
No, it's okay. You don't have to talk anything. I need you to watch and share. Sharing is really where we're going to get. That's the big deal. I know you're there, and I love you for it.
Yep, I had a watch party. I shared it with C. Braun and a lot of people's.
Good. Because I'm telling you, all that starts. Nothing happens overnight. So little by little, if you want to bring those guitars to the United States, he's got to sort of get into pictures and the promos and this and that. But I mean, one by one, believe me, if it's happening in Europe, there's people that are going to know, and they play them and use them and word. But everybody wants to be something. Breaking through the United States, even as an artist, never mind instruments, is if you can make it in the United States, you can make it anywhere. I mean, Huey Lewis went to Europe and made it, and then he came to the United States. I mean, just simple little examples like that. But it's hard. Everybody. The United States is a tough place, man. It's just tough.
I am not doing this for you or them or money. I'm doing this to get y'all out there to do what you love. That is why I do that. And I figure if I go on there and say, hey about these people or hey about those people, hell, man, you got people listening. Hey, check this chick out. She knows about such and such.
No, it's all
Hey,
good.
I like this Peter G. You know what the hell I'm saying?
I do. I don't know what the hell I'm saying, but I do.
Well, it's worth it.
But and the holidays are coming up. I was going to get a psychologist on for the holidays, because the holidays are rough for a lot of people. There's a lot of...
Well, you're talking to one.
No, I hear you, but I mean, like next to me as a guest. And because when I met my ex, I mean, I remember times when she'd say, during the holidays, I just want to go home and pull the covers over my head. And I never understood that shit, because my life was just different. Yeah, that's why I'm divorced. I tried. Good woman, but there was just a switch in there with anxiety and depression. And, she couldn't control it.
It wasn't about the anxiety and depression. It was the fact that she felt like she was nothing compared to you.
No. I don't. Who the hell am I?
Well, see, women, we react, which I have to learn. But women react differently than men do.
Oh, yeah, they do.
If a woman and a man are standing there at the bar, they talking, and, the woman's turning around, and all of a sudden this good-looking woman walks by, and this man's like, honey, I guarantee you if that woman at the bar got a beer in her hand, her boyfriend gonna go to sleep. You know what I mean? Night, baby.
I don't know.
You can sleep your ass on the floor with the nasty beer and the dirt.
I know, but I truly loved my ex-wife or girlfriend at the time, and it was just crazy shit. But that could not. It just lost control, and so so that kind of stuff. And so the holidays, again, back to the holidays. A lot of people are alone during the holidays. So even if I was alone during a holiday, which I have been, it doesn't bother me. But a lot of people, it's heavy. So I wanted to talk. We're going to start talking about the holidays coming up. But in the meantime, my friend Pepsi, who is like my Ed McMahon, he lived here in L.A. We've been friends for about 21 years now, but he moved back to Texas, and he's just like, I don't know. He laughs at my jokes. What can I say? So we've done a lot of shit together, a lot of crazy shit and a lot of good stuff, but. He's going to be here, and I think I'm going to do a special edition. I don't know what time that show's going to be. We got a lot of running around to do, but there's going to be a show on Wednesday, and if you catch it, all I do say is I advise you to catch it, because it will be unlike my normal shows.
Well, why don't you get a computer and Skype in a psychiatrist or a psychologist?
No, because that's coming for the holidays. I mean, we'll get a computer. We're full of computers over here. I can do that. I don't know what we're doing. It's a little bit up in the air.
Have you got enough computers that you can stand them on top of each other and take your clothes off, and each TV screen's going to have one part of your body?
I don't know. We didn't discuss that.
Well, we're done.
Okay, so now we're going to have a get naked party? What's going on?
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Yeah, boy. I don't know. I don't know if that's going to be a party or not. It's like, you know. Anyway, look, here's the deal. We're doing, and we're I can't believe how quickly we're rolling into the holidays.
Right.
But
It's your flu.
Yeah, I'm taking it one day at a time, and the bottom line is, here we are tonight, Wednesday. I mean, my buddy's coming in. It's the shortest day he's ever had, and he's coming in late Tuesday night, leaving on Thursday afternoon. But I swore, I said, one way or another, we're gonna roll, we're gonna fire up the gear, and we're just gonna do a live show. And it's not gonna be at I don't know what time it's gonna be, but I guarantee you, he'll be primed up and ready to go.
Awesome.
Yeah.
But I would appreciate your daughter calling so I can figure out exactly which to send you for Christmas. And boy, we talk about for Christmas. Yes, I gotta send you Christmas.
I don't want you going on. It's not necessary. You know what I mean? Don't go crazy.
I send everybody Christmas presents.
Okay. Well, again,
that's what I do.
She's gonna look at me and going like, "What are you talking about?" I mean, she's that age. You know what I'm talking? Like, you're gonna have.
And when she calls, I'm like, answer, hello, this is Peter G's daughter. I'm like, what is this for?
Yeah.
No.
Exactly. She's pretty together. I'm telling you, she's got it way more together than I do, and so it's freaky. It's freaky. All right, we'll take it one day at a time. Let's take that during the week when we're off camera. And
yes,
darling. But again,
you know how to get a hold of me.
I do. And if you got any, and if you have any surprises, like I said, give me a heads up, okay? Just be a little more explicit than, hey, I got something, because there's a lot going on here. Things change daily, including me. And I'm the friggin' Wizard of Oz.
You got to get out of that depression that's coming.
I'm not in no depression. I'm not. I feel that I have a responsibility to bring things to, like, what the hell? You know what I mean?
And that is a form of sadness.
No, well,
uncontrolled.
No, it's
what
no,
is.
It's controlled, because I mean, I just hurt for people. I can't help it. I'm a sensitive guy.
That's empathy.
Look,
that's sympathy.
I will flat out tell you, I'm a pretty sensitive guy. I mean, since my daughter was born, something happened in my whole biological chemistry or whatever, but I'm a lot more empathetic to things than I was when I was younger. Maybe it comes with age and wisdom, but I hurt for people. I mean, I can't even imagine. I feel it's like I don't want to imagine, and I can't say that I do imagine their pain, but there's some people that are experiencing some stuff right now that's just like way beyond, and you go, yeah, I can imagine. Almost like when I can imagine having a baby. I did imagine that, but when I had that baby, it was 1,000 times more. It was beyond imagination.
Yeah, or
the love.
Being pregnant, getting raped by 4 men, and then losing your baby.
Well, didn't happen to me. I can't imagine that either.
Well, no, you don't want to.
No, I don't. But that's what I'm saying. There's a lot of shit goes on in the world, and I'm here to bring it to the forefront, because people, otherwise life just rushes by and nobody gives a shit. You know what I mean? So maybe I'm a heavy, but believe me, I like jokes too, and I'm pretty good at them. But I kind of got to find that balance. But every week I take what I can get, and this was just, I could not ignore this. This was just beyond like, oh, just another school shooting. It's like, it's a big fucking deal. Oops, sorry.
Yeah,
I get riled up.
Well, maybe I'll tell you that story one day.
All right. It's not right now.
Oh, no. It's time for me to go.
It's time
I got to get back to work.
Back to work?
Yes, sir.
All right, get back to work then.
I am a jeweler.
That's right. You start jeweling. Commence to jeweling.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Anthony said good night, and I am going to say I will talk to you during the week and be there with bells on next weekend.
Thank you so much, baby.
All right, baby. I love you.
I love you too. Good night.
Bye.
Bye. 818-259-7983 for all you lurkers out there. Are you shy? Call in, tell me something. Anything. Well, I got only a few more minutes, and then we're going to have to go anyway. But I know you're watching. I see you. Yeah, so while I'm telling you this, you can call in and say, hey, I really thought there'd be a lot more concerned people out there going, school shootings, kids, your parents, this and that. Maybe you'll watch the show, again, Sunday nights. That's the problem with my Sunday nights. Come on. That's the problem with my Sunday nights is a lot of people buckle down and they go, Peter, I love your show, man, but it's late on the East Coast. I mean, I get it. It's like midnight, 12:30, 12:20 right now. But so they watch the rebroadcasts, and but that's just a big deal. I don't know. It just hurt. It just hurt because I look at my daughter. This is a child that I just can't get enough of, and she's already growing to the point where she's too freaking busy for me already, and she's only 13, almost 14, and not in a bad way. She's just got stuff to do, and I get it. I was that guy. I think about my parents, and they did good. They didn't sit on me. They let me grow, but it just sucks. Anyway, but so here's what's going on. Again, I'm going to remind you people, not only if you see these rebroadcasts, I want you to share. I don't care about the likes. Likes don't mean I appreciate it. It lets me know you're there. Talk to me. That's a big deal. We got a phone number right there, 818-259-7983. You can always call and say, hey, Peter, during the show. Let me know what's going on. But on top of that, when you see the rebroadcast, because they're running 3 or 4 shows during the week, different times in the afternoons when people get off work, on Saturday mornings, things like that, you can do a watch party, what's called a watch party. That's a big deal. Sharing this show is a big deal, okay? And I deeply appreciate it, because I'm telling you, things are getting to this point where they're going to break, but it's that fine line. You're either there or you're not. So I'm not there. I'll flat out tell you. I'm sitting there. I get up every day and I'm busting my ass because this is where I'm going to be. Period. End of story. Make it happen. It's all about you guys. You guys are the ones making it happen, not me. I'm just being me. But Wednesday, hell or high water, Pepsi's going to be in town late Tuesday night. And God, I don't even want to know what the antics is going to happen on Wednesday. It's going to be a very sleepless couple of 48 hours or whatever. But one way or another, we are going to come back here. We're going to have everybody fire everything up. It's going to be an extra special edition of Peter G. sitting right by me. And I'm going to have him sitting right here. And and we're just going to let the cards fly. And I'm not promising anything, but I'm telling you, if you've heard Pepsi on the phone, you'll know it's going to be a shit show, but it's going to be a great shit show. So mark that in the calendar, folks, just to keep your eyes peeled on Wednesday. And let's make this happen, all right? Anybody got anything else they want to get off their chest now? They're walking around with a mug in their hand constantly. I can't do that. They have no. I just get a little bit of this and ooh la la. That's all I can tell you, and it tastes good. I like it. So, either way, enjoyed the hour. Again, my deepest. How do you put this? Again, I don't know what to say. There's the whole recent Saugus Santa Clarita shooting, which is not very far from me. It's like 20 miles from me. Again, we were just talking about a year ago this week. They had the Thousand Oaks, California borderline shooting where a grown adult, kid, college, in his 20s walked in and wiped out people for no reason. It's like, this is what it's different when you have a vengeance and you're picking a target. I don't say it's right, but at least there's something there. But to just walk in someplace and just wipe out people randomly, Vegas, with that country concert, and that friggin' idiot, grown man, just from the top of the Mirage or where the hell it was, I just all crazy years ago, and this shit did not go on. It did not go on a fraction of it. Again, you don't hear the word going postal very often, but going postal was a very big, that's a hell of a slang saying that they invented, going postal. This is what it is. Same old shit. Different day. Just sucks. But I love you guys very much, and I appreciate you watching. And I'm going to be here every Sunday night until they tell me that we're not going to be here. And if we're not going to be here, it's only fucks up the whole show. Ah, there we go. Sorry. Don't know why this is happening. Anyway, be here every Sunday night, all right? Every Sunday night, Life with Peter G. There's a phone number there. I wish you'd use it. Talk to me and tell me how you're doing, but I'll take it one day at a time. The holidays are upon us. Before you know it, it's going to be Thanksgiving. It's going to be Christmas. And then, boom, another year. Boom. Can't believe how time is flying. Let's make use of it, all right? We're about out of time. I love you guys very much. Share, watch party during the week. I know I repeat myself, but you know what? I have to do that. It's just the way it is until it finally sinks in. I know a lot of people do it because there's a lot of things happening. Oh, iTunes. Problem with iTunes, but if you want to listen to the Peter G Show, a bunch of older Peter G shows, we haven't really caught up with the weekly podcast. But there is a podcast. But if you type in Peter G Show podcast, you'll find on Lumens and Luminous, there's all these different platforms that are picking up my show and using it because iTunes is being a pain in the ass. So I don't know what's going on with them, but you can find all kinds of Peter G Show on YouTube. You can watch on YouTube. But the problem with YouTube is if you close your screen on your mobile device, it cuts off the show. That's why I like podcast stuff. I'm very listenable. There's not much to see here, folks. Not a whole lot to see. But things are changing. And at the first of the year, things are going to be changing more. We're probably going to expand a little bit more. I'm going to have a guest now and then sitting next to me. But this Wednesday, it will be Pepsi. And it will be... just say I warned you ahead of time, okay? Either way, I'm not hard to find. Peter G Show, you just Google it and... You take your pick how you want to watch. Watch, listen, participate. I love participation. That was the whole thing. I'm a collaborator. Tell me what you want to do. Tell me what you're thinking. I don't care if you tell me you love me, you hate me, whatever. Just tell me. All right? So join in. All right. It's time to go. Now it's time to say goodbye to all our company. You can always leave texts. That's the beauty of Facebook. I love it with the interaction and all the different screens from the different pages. Tell me what you're thinking. I could not read them all. They were all going by too quickly, but we will get to them after the show, all right? But that's the way it goes. Till next week, I'll probably try to pick up the show that I canceled for this week because of the Saugus Santa Clarita school shootings. I just felt I had to talk about it. I'm sorry. You know what I mean? Yeah. What more to look at? Big Money Marv. Oh, wait till Pepsi comes in town. We're going to be talking about you, Big Money Marv. My gatekeeper. Anyway, I got people, but they're all way in the background. And I mean way in the background. All right, peace out. Be good to one another. Love. It's crazy, but man, life is just too short to be worrying about kicking people's asses and all this crap. It's like, come on. get over it. Life is just too friggin' short. I love you guys. See? I love you guys. Okay? Love. I feel like Mr. Rogers. Modern day Mr. Rogers. Can you say that? All right. Peace out. Tell me what you're thinking. I want to hear from you.
Peter G Show. Peter G Show. Peter G Show. Peter G Show. Divorced dad. Single dad. Divorced dad. Single dad. Peter G Show.